up under coach. They have some similarities, but they have some differences. What I do know, it's always a good game when these guys match up. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. He'll bring it out. It's Holmes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So UAB's offense will take the field first. And here's the sophomore quarterback who will be at the controls in this one. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Maybe some room here. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Got a man. It's Robinson. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Blazers are moving quickly down the field. Quick release by the QB. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Running inside, it's Smith. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Makes a catch. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Temple lining up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Blazers offense looks primed and ready to get things rolling here. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Blazers will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
The give to the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They get him on the ground, but he's got enough to give Temple the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Change our set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. The give to the back. Here's a little room there. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Looking for an open area to his left. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Makes a grab and room to run. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him, and you just get it to him, and he does the rest, and that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown! Oh! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 71 yards down the field, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out. It's Simpkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Running to Green. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. And the Blazers can really attack on this 2nd and short. To throw, it's Rodgers. Pressure coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Hauls it in down the sideline. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Coming out with it, it's Mason. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Smith. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Smith takes the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Chase. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. That's caught. It's Clark. And they're able to make the tackle. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. run-in now in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Temple lining up to punt it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Pulls it in. It's Mims. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here's a give to Robinson. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Right back to the well. He's got enough for the first down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win. Motion from the wideout. They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Give running right, it's Robinson. And he could not get loose on the run. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Rodgers. Got his man. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Blazers will punt this one away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. This offense has it with really good field position. The run inside. It's Smith. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Looking for a push on 4th down. Got a little grass. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
The Owls trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal.
949, rock star. 949, Mustang. Now, ready, put hard.
Back to pass. Touchdown, Owls! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And he tacks on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simpkins. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. UAB comes out, the offense looking for a productive drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
There's some room. Oh, he got loose. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Rodgers. Complete. Makes the catch, and he's free. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. And the Blazers have it with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick him up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Catch in the middle, it's Mims. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a 1st down. The Blazers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Blazers! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give is to Smith. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got a man. It's Chase. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll move the tight end. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on 4th down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pulls it in. It's Mims. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. He's at the and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, UAB.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He's got great speed. He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. The Temple offense heads out to start this drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Caught behind the line. It's Bermudez. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He locked up and held on to bring him down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start.
Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
I'll tell you what, that one's...
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And the Owls getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Temple. And they take it in for for 6 more points.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
Red 18, red 18.
Dropping back, it's Rodgers. He lofts one down the sideline. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We start with a look at Rutgers in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And it's the Scarlet Knights with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. Back now to your game inside the Link. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Link, Lincoln Financial Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one. Breaks into the open. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
The sure hands. It's Clark. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and...
Snags it, and he's open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Maybe a crease. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. And after that last field goal, they start this third quarter, finding themselves playing from behind. Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's Klein. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Robinson. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's Robinson one more time. They went right back to him, and they got the exact same thing. Nothing doing against this defense. It'll be 4th down. And the Blazers decide to punt it away. Catches it at the 15. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Shakes off the defender. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Temple lining up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. A quick pass to the left. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Blazers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Snap it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Complete to the right. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Touchdown, UAB. With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Trying play action. With the catch, it's Clark. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Trying the left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Owls are flying down the field. They send the tight end in motion. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Zings it complete to the right. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
And the Owls go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Running inside, it's Mason. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line, really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a first down.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll give it to him again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And these plays are so hard to stop. You're giving your elite speed guys a chance to get to the edge in the most crowded part of the field. So it wasn't a home run, it wasn't a touchdown, but you like those little positive gains that makes the next down more manageable, and you like getting your playmakers in space.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown Owls! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The Owls right back down the field with the answer.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Red 18.
Looking for a man. It's Rodgers. Here's a throw downfield late. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this